Good morning, everybody. I was listening to that crazy sound and opened the door to see what it was and was welcomed to a double rainbow. So how nice is that? And here's the art church. It is no longer a church. I think part of it is an Airbnb, but it's the home to an artist's gallery. And so his name is Zach. I can't remember his last name. I'll look it up and put it here. But he was kind of instrumental in bringing art to this community. But look how beautiful that is up there. These big, beautiful homes. So Malvern is just the most interesting place. I want to come back here again just to visit. And so this is an Airbnb also, the lower level, and then the home across the street is also an Airbnb. And there's my beloved coffee. Well, good morning again, everybody. I am now all ready for my walk. So I'm leaving Malvern, which has just been such a treasure. And now I am heading to Shenandoah. So we passed Imogene, and I'm not sure what other towns we pass, but it'll be an exciting day, and depending on how I feel today, it might be a 22-mile day or a 28 or 29-mile day. So we'll just see, but this has been a great stay. My host was awesome, and she's picking me up later in Shenandoah and taking me all the way back to Council Bluffs. So it's just been an awesome time. So let's go for a walk. So if you enter Malvern from the opposite direction, you are welcomed by this neat sculpture. So about the first mile or so out of Malvern, it's all tree lined with high bluffs. The trail's kind of recessed in a little valley, but then it opens up to a farm and beautiful Iowa farmland. But then I can see that there's the trail again, and so it's going to be tree lined, which is really nice. Today's June 8th, 2025, and the high today is only 68 degrees or so. It is very humid, but it always is humid. That's the thing in Iowa summers. It's cooler in the morning, but it's more humid in the morning. And then as it gets hotter, that heat kind of dries up that humidity. So that's kind of a weird Iowa thing. So you try to escape the heat by getting up early and going out, but then you have to deal with the humidity, which makes you feel a lot hotter. But it's just a beautiful morning. If you don't walk in the mornings, you are just missing out. Okay, I think I've walked about 3 miles, and I'm just coming on up on another. This bridge is really similar to the one going into Malvern. Incidentally, one bridge in Malvern is lit, and I remember seeing that it had lights on it, but it was during the day. But then when I look back at the video, I don't think it was this bridge. I mean, you know, this type of bridge. But here we're crossing a big river. So I will look on my Trail Link app to see what river this is. The water's so muddy. So I don't know if that's normal or if, you know, it's just from having rain. I don't know. And then the little puffballs these are from cottonwood trees. I don't know if you can see them, but they're blowing everywhere. Oh, and there's another bridge over there. I wonder if that's for the actual railroad. Beautiful. Apparently that was the West Branch East Nishnabotna River. So, in case you are curious. I don't know if you can see in the distance, there's another shadow of a rainbow. So my second rainbow today. This is just really pretty, and there's a farm over there. This is kind of cool too, how deep that goes. And look at that black soil. One thing that I really like about this trail is that you really feel like you're walking in the woods, not just along a tree-lined path. I mean, sometimes it's like that, but this area is a lot more wooded than other paths that I've walked on. So yesterday, the trail was marked every quarter mile, and then it stopped doing that. So here's, I think this is a mile marker, 379. And when I left Malvern, like shortly after I started, when it got in the woods, it was mile marker 385. So I've walked 6 miles, I think. I think that's what those are. So I misspoke. There are mile markers, but you have to know the mile marker from where you started so that you know how far you've gone. I was just thinking that I wish, the only problem I have with this trail is that it's so tree lined, you often don't get the views. This side is just terraced cornfield, but it's kind of like the complaint that people on the Appalachian Trail have. They call it the green tunnel, and they compare it to walking the Pacific Crest Trail that has such open, sweeping views all the time, and the Appalachian Trail doesn't. And so I guess there's two schools of thought with that. One is that when you do get those views, you really appreciate them. But on the other hand, a lot of the time you feel like you're walking in a green tunnel. But that's okay too, because it's shielding me from the sun when it's out and keeping it really cool. And I'm just trying to get to Imogene. I think it's 13 or 14 miles. And so I'm just trying to book it there this morning to get that segment done. And then I feel like the rest of the day will coast. But I'm feeling very good today. So probably because I ate so much food last night. Well, it's supposed to be, well, it's raining just a little bit, but I purposely did not bring my umbrella because I'm wearing a hat because I couldn't do my hair anyway. So as long as my head is protected, I don't mind the rain. This is cool. This is mile 14 if you do the Wabash Trace Nature Trail Marathon. And then it says 2 miles to Imogene. So that's good for me to know. So this would be a really fun marathon to do. And I'm glad that they do that because it promotes tourism. Another pretty view. And it just started raining a little bit harder, but no worries. Well, I'm coming into Imogene. It's really wooded. Oh, sorry. Looks like an old school may have been up there. I don't really know too much about Imogene. Well, I don't know anything about it. I don't even know if I've really ever heard of it. And it looks pretty small, but they've got a camping area there. It looks like people have tents set up. And there's restrooms here, so I'm going to stop. Oh, look at that cute building over there. That's super cute. So I don't think there's much more to Imogene. I used that restroom. It had a flush toilet and a sink to wash your hands, and they had soap. So that was great. Oh, someone's burning. But there's our green elevator. But yeah, this is just, oh, Imogene's Emerald Isle. And look at those. Oh, and that was the bank. That is so cute. But anyway, this is Imogene. So I'm not sure what city is her town is next. Here's another neat bridge, but I know all I do is like show you bridges and rivers. I don't know what this one is. It's probably the West Fork East Nishnabotna River again. And it's just been a funny day. It's just been kind of spitting a little bit of rain, but not even enough to be annoying. So it's just been nice, and it's kept me really cool. I mean, it could have been a 90-degree day. So I got really lucky since I had to plan this excursion ahead of time. And I have no idea what mile I'm on. So let's see. I think it's 6 or 7 more miles to Shenandoah. And then I am walking 5 more miles to Ike's place. So I have like probably 11 or 12 more miles. But I feel fantastic. And I'm assuming it's because I ate that walleye last night and got a lot of much needed protein. So I am going to need to eat protein, but maybe just limited amounts and maybe just like fish. But that walleye was so good. It's all I can think about. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. So according to that, I've walked a little over 18 miles. So that's good to know. So for many miles, those mile markers stopped. But again, I started at 385. Well, right, I had walked just maybe a quarter of a mile and then came upon 385. So 18 miles I've walked. And I think Shenandoah is still about maybe 4 miles away. So this has just been a good walk. It's getting kind of humid again, but the temperature stayed in the low 60s. So I just had such a good day. I should turn this camera around and address it. I'll do that. Okay, so yeah, this has been a good day. I feel like I haven't addressed the camera in a long time, so I better do that. And I was thinking I got this hat in Italy, but I think it says, okay, in the middle of recording that, it stopped recording and said that I didn't have enough storage. So I don't know what that's all about, but I just spent the last 10 minutes trying to free up some storage. But anyway, I better keep this short. It's still about 3 miles to Shenandoah, so I'll check in then. Well, it's been a long time in the green tunnel, but then it opens up. It's raining again. It just started. And there's a busy road here. I'm not sure which road that is. I think it's maybe Highway 34 or something that goes through Shenandoah. Oh no, Highway 59. So that's what makes Shenandoah a little bit bigger of a city, because of Highway 59. That's what it said anyway in the Rails to Trails book that I have. So nice open area. And then I'm heading back into the trees. Well, I wasn't going to video another bridge, but look at this big river. I'm sure it's the East Nishnabotna. But you can see it's a rainy day. Look how big it is there. And a very nice bridge. I'm still not in Shenandoah. I'm any minute now. Well, I made it to Shenandoah. So there's there. I don't know if that's softball or t-ball or what, but a baseball field. And then I was listening, I could hear Taylor Swift, and so there's their pool. And Malvern had such a cute pool too, that there were these women there, and I just didn't think they would appreciate being filmed. But anyway, so this is Shenandoah as you come in. And so Wabash facts, it's 62.3 miles long. There are 73 bridges. I was wondering how many bridges, because there are so many. 1.5 miles of decking. Oh, it's Iowa's longest trail, apparently. So started up there in Council Bluffs, went through Mineola, and then Silver City's not on here, Malvern, where I stayed, and then came down, and there's Imogene somewhere, maybe there, and then down to Shenandoah. I'm not going to make it, so I think this might be Ike's place, I don't know. So I'm going to make it there, but I'm not going to make it through Coyne, and I can't remember the last town, and then it's Missouri. So I'm not going to make it there, but I feel bad about that, but I just can't put someone out to go all the way down there to help me out. Well, I'm running out of storage for some reason, but anyway, I have to follow the trail link map to show me where to go. Oh, it looks like the trail's here. Okay, good. So apparently you do not go through Shenandoah hardly at all. The trail just veers you left, and then you kind of just go around town. And I honestly think that's a mistake, especially for Shenandoah. So there's no like bar or, bar and grill or anywhere that accommodates these bikers right on the trail. So I think they should reroute it, honestly, and have us go more through the town. I was looking forward to seeing Shenandoah, and I didn't get to. Okay, so I'm going to run out of storage, so I'm just going to make this quick. I am at, let's see, there's 3:59, so I will have walked at least 26 miles today, maybe even up to 28. My app says 28, so I don't know. And I walked a little bit before I started the trail into Malvern. But anyway, it's just been a rainy afternoon, and I'm almost to Ike's place. So I'm either going to meet my ride at the end of the trail, or I'll walk to Ike's place, which is along Highway 210. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, this is an awesome trail, even if the weather doesn't cooperate. And it's really beautiful. So come enjoy the Wabash Trace Nature Trail from Council Bluffs to Shenandoah. I don't know, or to Ike's place. I don't know how the rest of the trail is to Missouri. I don't know if I'll ever know, honestly. But it was just an awesome weekend, walking about 48 miles in 2 days. So that's pretty fun. So anyway, thanks for walking with me, and have a great week. So you cross under 210. I wasn't sure if I had to walk on 210. And then it says to Ike's place. So that's awesome. It's really accessible, and you don't have to walk on the highway. And there it is. So like I said before, guys, thanks for walking with me, and have a great week.